Dispositions determine my civilization. My dispositions determine the place where I am born. And the way I perceive an object is because of the place in which I am born, because of the epoch in which I am born. It is because of dispositions that I perceive the thing as I do. Now, this emptiness. Now, he talks about emptiness. Now, a thing that is dependently arising, that doesn't have a svabhava or the own being, now, that thing is called empty because of the characteristic of emptiness. That is, the dependent arising is called emptiness by Nagarjuna. Now, why do we talk about emptiness? Because it is only through the understanding of emptiness which we started with. That is, we started with the impermanent character of the things, and this is what is required if we can ever think of ending suffering. But are we going to understand it as a thing? Is it a thing? Is it a being? Nagarjuna says no. When we have denied the svabhava, when we have denied the own being of a thing, we also cannot assert the other being, because the other being is the svabhava, or the own being of a thing. Now, if there is no own being, and if there is no other being, there is no power, there is no being. If there is no being, we cannot even talk about abhava. We cannot talk about not being, because not being for us is not being of a being. Now, this emptiness which will make us free from our suffering itself is empty. We cannot understand it as a thing. We cannot understand it as a being, because it's not there in the sense of a being. It is there only as a dependent arising. Now, what it is dependent on? The emptiness is dependent on the convention. That is, when we talked about dependent arising is the dependent arising of effect and the cause and the effect. Now, can we understand what is emptiness without a cause and the effect? Without ignorance and the disposition? And in fact, can we understand the dependently arising or dependently originated without the conditions, or the conditions without dependently arising? We cannot. That is why it is said, if we want to understand emptiness, we got to understand what is convention. And these are the two truths that Buddha talked about. The truth of the conventional world and the ultimate truth. The ultimate truth thus comes to us in the form of emptiness. But applied to our conventional way of understanding, will we ever talk about the ultimate truth? Had there been nothing that is opposed to ultimate truth, we wouldn't be talking about it. We talk about the ultimate because there is something which is not ultimate. This is the conventional. And there is no way of getting into the emptiness, because emptiness is not a being.